Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Further Beyond Gaming. My name is Cody GT, and in today's video we are doing some more gameplay of Abyss. I know we've been doing a lot of videos, gameplay and doing Abyss, but once again I am still out of town, so I just needed to go ahead and bring you guys some content. I cannot leave you guys hanging for as long as I'm gone for. So more gameplay of Abyss. We do have the same team here, but we are going to be switching it up later in this video, so stay tuned for that. And if you enjoyed today's video, you like what you see, go ahead and drop a like. It's greatly appreciated. It means a lot to me and it helps out the channel tremendously. And if you're new to the channel, you like what you see, you haven't hit that subscribe button just yet, go ahead and subscribe today, or consider subscribing today I should say. And remember to hit the notification bell, as well as remember a link to the Discord will be in the description below of each and every one of my videos. Join the Discord today, stay up to date with news and leaks and things of that nature. Now with that out of the way, like I mentioned, it's the same team as the last video, but we switch it up here in just a second. So in the last video, Hawk of the Fog was absolutely the MVP. She's amazing, pretty much soloed the Abyss by herself, and it was just a really good showcase for her. And I wanted to do that because I wanted to show that Hawk of the Fog really still holds her own. I mentioned all of that in the last video, but in this video we use her a little bit, but we also use later on Shadow Knight. I wanted to use Shadow Knight to switch it up and to be able to use another lightning damage dealer, but a mecha type, and just, you know, switch it from Hawk of the Fog. So once again, the team is not, you know, the most cohesive. It's not a viable team that you would normally put together to go ahead and do Abyss. And keep in mind, this is Red Lotus, so you would want to put something a little more cohesive, something that synergizes a little bit better. You know, we have two physical types in SP Teresa and Bright Knight Durandal, so you would want to, you know, theoretically put another physical support like Drive Komata, or another physical DPS, secondary DPS like God Kiana or something of that nature. But I thought it would be fun when I do these videos and gameplay. It's not always necessarily to have the most meta team, and it's not, you know, necessarily to have, you know, the most cohesive team comp. A lot of times it's just for fun to use different Valkyries, and Valkyries that I like to use, and Hawk of the Fog being one of them, as well as Bright Knight Durandal. You guys know those two are one of my most favorite Valkyries to use, as well as SP Teresa. I've been using her almost literally on every single event that I do, including Abyss. She's been one of my mainstays, so I use her a lot. And you know, I see a lot of people, you know, say use Celestial Hymn, which, you know, is very true, and Celestial Hymn on a lot of levels could be better than SP Teresa, but I just like SP Teresa's mechanic of being able to stay out and still use her QT and things of that nature. I just find that to be more fitting for my gameplay style rather than Celestial Hymn. But to each their own, quite honestly. Whichever you find the most enjoyment, or whichever fits your gameplay style the best, is probably what you would want to go for, because at the end of the day, it's a game to have fun with and to enjoy. So back to the gameplay. As you can see, we are putting in some decent amount of work here. Really trying to utilize Hawk of the Fog and be able to do as much damage as possible with the type neutral. So that's why I don't use Bright Knight Durandal too much here, because we would have type disadvantage. Making sure that I try and proc SP Teresa's QT as often as possible. Saving the ultimate because I figured this enemy is almost down. I don't want to go ahead and use the ultimate on just this enemy. Save the SP and wait until we got a mob of groups going. So here I take out the Bright Knight Durandal and just go in with some attacks, really just trying to build up to get the ultimate here. And it's really unfortunate we have type disadvantage. A lot of psychic type enemies in this part of the Abyss, so we didn't have a strong biological type. Like God Kiana here would have been absolutely perfect to be able to really mow those psychic types down, especially with the pre-arm really taking their shield off. But you know, either way, we're still doing good damage. We do the ultimate here with SP Teresa, really being able to increase the damage output that we're able to do, procting that QT once again, and then just rinse and repeat with Hawk of the Fog, making sure we proc the weapon skill as well, and making sure that we're hitting the quantum evade right there, so we can get the buff from that as well. But nonetheless, this Abyss was you know, relatively decent as far as difficulty goes. I believe that at the time of this recording, I did not retain for Q Singularis, if I'm not mistaken. So the way the recordings are going to be, they're going to be a little out of order as far as when you guys receive them and when, you know, they actually occurred and things of that nature. But when I do get back from vacation, I will be back to regular schedule, regular uploads, and then, you know, back to the streams as well, because the streams are a lot of fun. You guys are always hyping the streams. I mentioned that before, and it's a really good time. So we bring out SP Teresa once more and put in some work, and then we bring in the Bright Knight Durandal to pop the ultimate and see if we can just go ahead and take care of this enemy right here, because they're a bit of a pain at this point in time. You know what it took to really just kill this guy. He was a tank. This enemy was a tank right here, and like I mentioned, a strong biological type would have been really beneficial at this time. You know, SP Teresa can do some damage herself, but it's not, you know, really up to snuff to really get the strong psychic types down. So the QTEs always work and really nice. And then this crab just came out of nowhere. I really wasn't expecting this guy, and it was a bit unfortunate going from having to fight that tanky psychic, now having to fight the crab, and I don't have a quantum like Stingy and Nymph ready or anything like that. It just wasn't the best of luck. Like, this team comp wasn't the best to take on these enemies here, but you know, we do what we have and we make the best of it. So we're putting in some good damage, some good work here still with Bright Knight Durandal. You know, she's absolutely amazing. I love her. You know, when it comes to Abyss, she's a mainstay, a staple on my team. So we're putting in some good work, making sure we're procting those QTs, making sure we're getting those things going each and every time, and making sure that we're paying attention to our health, because as we can see, we're getting a little dangerously low here. I'm trying to make sure I get that retaliation, but I'm not hitting it every single time, but I'm trying to make sure I get the spear attacks in when it's available, whenever it procs. But you know, I sometimes miss on those a lot, so it's tough for me to hit those lance strikes when they're available. I don't know, it's just like sometimes there seems to be a delay or something of that nature. I can't really explain it, but you know, it is what it is. We keep moving on, and so we bring out Hawk of the Fog, and at this point I'm thinking, let's go ahead and try and take this enemy down with Hawk of the Fog and do the best we can with her, because she does do good damage, as you all very well know, and she's, you know, really great at that. So here we're putting in the work, but as you can see, the health is getting dangerously low. I'm keeping an eye on it right now, but I really want to get one more ultimate with Hawk of the Fog, as we're really close with the SP. But the health was dwindling there. Luckily, we were able to, I believe, pick up a health on the ground to get us back. So then I felt a little more comfortable, and I was like, okay, we're good. We got this. You know, he's almost done doing whatever he's doing there, a couple of hops, but I was like, let me get her out because she's about to die. Bring in Bright Knight Durandal, and I knew we would just be able to clean it up from here. Not too bad, not too bad. So there we go, right there, and that's all she wrote. Very nice. So here now we will have Ice Rita, you saw, as the boss of this Abyss level right here. And then it's just pretty much rinse and repeat at this point, you know, with the enemies and doing what we're doing. But at this time, you can see we have Shadow Knight, so we did go ahead and switch it up. We brought Shadow Knight for this one, and we tried to do the best with Shadow Knight. The only problem is that Shadow Knight is so stationary when it comes to her attacks. It's become a little more difficult for me to use her in a lot of situations. I absolutely love her, but her being stationary, I know she has damage reduction, but sometimes it's just not enough, you know. But it is what it is, guys. So that was the gameplay for today's video. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. I hope you liked the content today. I'll be back here very soon, but I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bye, guys.